Hey, how's it going, everybody? And welcome to the Channel X PlayStation E3 wrap up. I am your host, TomDog247, and pretty good show. It was a pretty good show. Let's get into that and everything. Um, a relatively short briefing. It was about maybe about an hour and 10, maybe for the briefing. Pretty much about like an hour or so. Um, it was pretty, with not putting into the, to the live music that they had. Um, so they showed it pretty much, and they also did some in between with some of the VR games that are coming out, so um pretty good, um pretty good, and they showed off they kicked things off with The Last of Us Part 2. First look and the gameplay, very good. It was really, really good. And it's already trending, it's really trending on Twitter right now and everything, and it's really, really awesome. Um, and then, of course, they showed off a little bit of Black Ops 4, and there's a huge announcement for those who have the PlayStation Plus. If It's going to be into the free games section of the PlayStation Plus. Um, so definitely worth checking out. I'm going to be downloading that as soon as it comes on the screen, and I'm definitely going to be downloading that. So it's a must. It's a must. Definitely worth getting. Um, then they showed a new for the new DLC for Destiny 2. Looks really, really good. Um, and Ghost of Tsushima showed off a little bit of that, with the game, with some gameplay and everything. It looks looking pretty interesting there. Then we were surprised with a new game called Control, and again, that game looks really, really interesting. And then Capcom surprised us all with a revival of a classic. Resident Evil 2 is getting a remaster, and it looks amazing. And I cannot wait for this because Resident Evil 2 is one of my favorite classics, back on the old PlayStation and on the PlayStation 1, and it was it was amazing. Yeah, I played the first Resident Evil, but the second Resident Evil was by far my favorite. So I'm really looking forward to that. And then a nice little trailer for Trover Saves the Universe, which again, that was a really, another very interesting game. So don't know if it's a we don't know if that's going to be a kids game or we don't know. It looks really good. Well, other overall does look pretty good, and I love platformer games, so that does look really good. Then they showed off a little bit more of Kingdom Hearts 3, which they had the Pirates of the Caribbean, which actually looks amazing. So it it's cool to have some, like real to life characters mixing in with cartoon characters with Donald and Goofy. So that looks pretty funny and everything. As well as the anime style of Square Enix, it looks really, really good. So I'm really pushing a lot of Kingdom Hearts 3 um this year at E3. Um, Not that it's a bad thing because it actually does look really good. I mean, they showed it at the Square Enix briefing earlier today, and what can I say? This was a really good show. This was a really good show. Showing for that, and plus, it's going to be there's also going to be a bundle included with the original Kingdom Hearts games. So that's going to be really cool. Then they showed off a little bit more of Death Stranding, which is from Kojima, one of the most greatest guys right there with the famed famed gaming producer for the Metal Gear series. So, um, by far, it looks really good. And oh, excuse me, got the hiccups today. And nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with Death Stranding. So it does look really good. Um, and there's a sequel to Neo, which is Neo 2. Showed off a little bit of the trailer, and then the gameplay, more gameplay of Spider-Man, which is coming out very soon, looks absolutely amazing. And the Sinister Six, absolutely, I am I am at awe right now because the Sinister Six, by far, really good, and the fact that they'll be depicted into the game is also a treasure all to itself right there. I mean, you got Rhino, you have Scorpion, Electro, Vulture. Let's see, Rhino, Scorpion, Vulture, Electro. I forgot the other guy's name that was shooting off some plasma thing. That was decked out all in white and white and black. Um, I forgot the guy. I forgot that guy's name. But maybe a revamp of the Sinister Six that we all know and love. Who knows? Maybe Mysterio will be in there. So, but it was a very good show. Um, I just wish that they would have showed more, but they had to move everybody from one venue to another, which seemed kind of odd. It really did seem odd to do. Um, Even though it was they showed off The Last of Us, and personally, I think that they should have excuse me, that they could have that they should have did more with it. And I don't know. I really don't know. But um, I'm actually looking forward to some of the games that are out. And The Last of Us Part 2 looks amazing. Um, Resident Evil 2, um, that's definitely a must get. Definitely Kingdom Hearts 3 and Spider-Man. Um, so a lot of good games out um, that are coming out between between the holiday season and early next January of next year. So very interesting to see what's going to develop um, within the next few weeks, um, within the next few months or so as we get towards the holiday season. So um, definitely looking forward to that. Um, it was an okay briefing and everything. not many people were, the CEO didn't really, did talk, but not many people, you know, no big no really big announcement, which like moving forward and everything like that. So, um, it seemed kind of bland in a way. Um, but again, not a good, not a bad. It was okay. Um, so it was pretty much an okay, pretty much an okay briefing. I think they could have done a lot. They could have done a lot better. Um, like had the like at least have the developers come out for a few, to talk about some of the games, especially for Resident Evil 2, um, which surprisingly, nobody did. Um, so not many people, like I said, nobody really talked. Just the CEO. So, um, but overall, it was okay. It was okay. It wasn't bad. It wasn't good. It was pretty decent. Um, so at first when they showed off, when they went to the first venue to show off The Last of Us, I actually thought that was the venue that they were going to pick, and it seemed very very tight, and it wasn't. I didn't think it would work, but the fact that they had to change from from one venue to another, um, kind of killed it a little bit right then and there, and um, I knew what they were trying to go for. I knew what they were trying to go for with that, and I think they could have done a lot better, like they've done in the past. Um, so, but as I said, it was an okay briefing and everything. So, um, looking forward to see what comes up next. So, um, that pretty much all all I have to say. Um, as far as the games that were announced at the E3 briefing. Um, like I said, it was very, it was good. It was okay. Could have been a little bit better in my opinion, but you know, but the game trailer, the trailers for them were outstanding, especially Last of Us, between Last of Us and Spider-Man. Um, I don't know. I really don't know. Um, very very good between opening up with something amazing, with ending it with something amazing. So that was really really good. Um, so um, no complaints on the games and everything. Everybody was seemed to enjoy the games. The biggest pop um of the night though has to go to Resident Evil 2, and the fact that we're going to be going back to Raccoon City in a remastered version. I think that's going to be really really cool. So I'm really looking forward to that. Anyways, that's all the time I have for today. This was actually relatively short, in spite of even though there was a relatively short briefing. So this episode was relatively short. Um, so be sure to follow me. Before I go, um, this was supposed to be the PC briefing, but um, I was trying to find it on YouTube, and I couldn't find nothing. So I'm gonna have to find it. Check again tomorrow, and definitely tomorrow night. I'm definitely going to go in there and definitely check it out. And do the review that way. Um, at the same time um, doing the um, Nintendo briefing. So you know, getting all the notes down and everything like that. So, going to be pretty busy. So, definitely going to be looking forward to what's going to be on in there. And if I have in again, if I have to change it, I'll address it on Twitter. Which maybe I'll pull the P, switch the PC to Thursday and do Nintendo on Tuesday. So on Wednesday, then I'm totally botched everything up. So Wednesday Wednesday for the Wednesday for the briefing for the for either the PC or the Nintendo briefing, or Tuesday for one of those. So I will address that on Twitter tomorrow, and so be sure to follow me on Twitter at TomDog247. And if you miss any of this video, you can check it out as soon as I turn off the camera. And leave a like if you like the video. Um, thumbs up that video. Leave a comment down below what you thought. Um, what was your favorite coming out of the PS PlayStation briefing? Uh, what game you're excited for? What game you're excited for? In the PlayStation briefing, especially if any games that I missed, because there was like a lot more. So definitely do so. Leave it in the comments down below about what you're excited for coming out for PlayStation, and ringy dingy that bell so that you can um, keep posted on when I'm going to be doing the next video. Um, so, and more importantly, more than anything in the world, face hug that subscribe button. We will see you again tomorrow with either the Nintendo or PC briefing. Until then, this is Tom Dog saying take care, so long, peace.